Good job. Let's clear this up right in the beginning. Ain't no need to drag it on. But it didn't really get cleared up, did it? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for If Loving You Is Wrong, Season 5, Episode 7. We start right where we left off. Lucian got Kelly all the way right together and was like, I'm in love with one woman, this, that, and the other. Kelly went to explain it. Oh, no, I was just happy. You know, I'm not coming on to you. I didn't mean anything by it, this, that, thing, and the other. The district attorney, public defender dude was like awkward or whatever. And she's like, that's, oh, nothing's nothing. It's cool. He's like, fine. So never bring this up again. We'll never bring this up again. She apologized. Then here come Eddie. Eddie done got it all on video. I said, Lord have mercy. Like I said, they tried to clear it right up real fast, but it didn't so much get cleared up. I'm so sick of Eddie. Eddie is always just miraculously in the right place at the right time to get some mess started. Lucia tried to get the phone from him. He put it down his pants and just, normal Eddie stuff. Right after that, and this jail, this is the thing. This jail has more walking souls that just walk freely through the jail where the prisoners are. Not in the lobby or any of that. Just where the prisoners are. Just walking. No cops. Just random individuals. Here comes Larry. He tells Eddie, listen, you got 24 hours to get my money back. Give me my money. Or there's some really powerful people that money belongs to that will hurt you. And Eddie's like, yeah, well, whatever. He said, you know what? Ain't no thing. Picked up the phone, made a call, said, you know what? I need you to come to my office and talk to me about a $50,000 problem. He's like, oh, so it's just that easy? He's like, yeah, 50 G's, yeah. And he walked on off. I said, okay, I know that's right. Well, see, now this is the thing. I said this before. The whole Larry and Eddie thing is very entertaining to me. Them two going back and forth is very entertaining to me. Moving on. Okay, so let's talk about the crazy woman across the street. Well, and this is the thing that we're finding out with her. She owns up to basically being the problem, but her husband is the one with the problem. We know what her issues are. She has medication for her issues. Her parents know what her issues are. Her parents, she stated that her father said it would be okay for her to come back home because they know how much stress that is on him dealing with her. But as we're looking more and more, he is the one with problems more so than she is. He is the one with the tick, tick, boom more so than her. Now, she has a fixation on Randall. One, she just seen that thing. And she think Randall kind of sexy. And he is. From the neck down, Randall's bad. So, I mean, it is what it is. And he just showed her that thing with the curve in it. And she be wanting some of it. And she begging him for sex and carrying on. And he's like, I gotta go to work. And all this kind of carrying on. But he got issues. You can see that she shows some interest in Randall. And it triggers him. It completely triggers him. I said, Anyway, she told him, I just don't want you to get into any trouble. You know you got a bad temper. I said, I got my eye on him. Gabe is more of an issue than she is. Moving on. Randall and Gabe ran into each other out front, baby. They have this little exchange. And Randall ended up, he came to him and told him, you know what, I just want to say I'm sorry. And Gabe is wearing the guilty face because, he done tore up Randall's house. But Randall's clueless. He's blamed it on Marcy. He says, I wanted to say sorry about talking to your wife. We didn't get off to a bad start. And this, that, thing, and the other. And he asked him, when do you go to work? So when I want to. When do you come home? He gonna say, don't play with me. Don't play with me. And he told him, he said, I go whenever I want, whenever I'm home, whenever I don't go out to see a patient, I can work from home. He said, you have patience? He's like, He said, I could really help your wife. He gonna say, he got triggered, got all, I said, oh my God. He gets started, and he ended up telling Randall, listen. Because Randall psychoanalyzed him, and Randall knows. Randall picked right up on it. He got issues. Randall told him, I'll help your wife. He will tell him, I'm a former Marine and a fireman. You don't want to test me. You don't want to test me. I said, Right after that, Randall went in their garbage can. A little bit after that, because the wife came out to go in the garbage. Randall said hi to her. She's like, don't talk to me. All that old crazy. He went in her garbage can. First he made her lose her shit. She screamed and yelled and don't talk to me, my husband, blah, 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 blah. He's like, well, girl, whatever. He goes in her garbage can, sees that she had threw a spray paint can in there. He goes over his house and matches the paint with the can. And sure enough, that red is a match. So that sprung up him coming back out, knocking on the door. Him and her get to going back and forth. She get to scream. She said, I'm going to scream. I'm going to call my head. I'm going to scream. She's screaming and hollering and carrying on. He just sat there and worked her nerves. He talked her right off the ledge. She's screaming. Natalie came out, and them two started going at it, and Natalie ended up eventually beating his ass with a tree branch. I said, Lord have mercy. She beat him all the way up onto his porch and into the house. Call the police on your crazy ass, Natalie, and your breath stink. She beat his ass with that branch. I said, Lord have mercy. Natalie went across the street, told her, don't let him bother you, girl. See what I did? Grab one of them tree branches and tear his ass out. I said, Lord have mercy. Y'all crazy neighbors, honey. All while this is going on, Gabe done went down to the police department to file a report on Randall. And ends up running into Eddie, who ends up going... Tyler? It struck me and made me get mad, honey. Tyler goes and runs this whole thing. He started talking smack about the Me Too, not the Me Too movement, I'm sorry, about Black Lives Matter, making fun of Black Lives Matter and this whole racist thing. I didn't care for that. It was pissing me off real bad. Then he started talking to the guy about putting a bullet in Randall's head. I can help you. I can help. All right. I guess that's some part of a good piece of writing because it ticks me off when Eddie does this stuff. It ticks me off. Tyler, oof, you get under my skin with this shit. But anyway, moving on. Alex gets another visit from Esperanza. Esperanza goes on down to the bar. Her and Steven, they end up getting her. She hit her with a morality check. She agrees to go back to the house and explain to the kids exactly what's going on or whatever and to get some clothes. I need to get some clothes anyway. So she said, I'll go ahead and go. I'm back to talk. That was a whole mess. She went back there. Her and Brad was like, you're drunk. You're not talking to my kids while you're all drunk. I'm going to take this house. She going to say, good. She said, I'm going to take the kids too, all of them. She going to say, that's good because I don't even know who that one little bastard, I don't even know who his father is, so who even cares? She just, on one, and he's like, get out. Just go on about your business and get on out. Whole mess. She ends up leaving there. She goes over to Randall's house, gets her a drink out the cupboard. She forces her way in there, gets her a drink out the cupboard, and then ends up standing in the middle of the kitchen and blowing him off. He telling her, get out of my house. She just start unbuttoning his pants, and he's just as linked up to her, and she is to him. Honey, she went to blowing his dome off, honey, and he's standing there cockeyed. He's already cockeyed. He was really cockeyed, honey. She was tearing him up, honey. I said, oh my. All that's going on. Eddie walks in Natalie's house. She cooking. She done pulled a knife on him. He said, remember when I tased you before last time? You pulled a knife on me, Natalie? And she's like, I'm going to call Lucian because you got to be crazy. And this is another one. Come walking in my house. How you just going to come walking in my house? He going to say, because I'm white. You ain't never heard of white privilege? I do whatever I want. I was like, y'all, somebody need to kill Eddie. And Eddie, somebody need to hurt Eddie. Like, seriously hurt him. He just be doing too much. And he gets to showing her the video of Lucian and Kelly. And that's where we ended out. I said, oh, that's going to be a whole mess. A whole mess. But Eddie, and the way Eddie carries on, somebody need to hurt him. Anyway, all right, y'all. That's If Loving You Is Wrong. I'll see y'all next week. At least it wasn't too many long scenes this week. That's why I just ran right through it. Because there was a lot. He had a lot in this episode. And it didn't end up with like these big run-on scenes. Good job, Tyler. You pissed me off with some of that racist mess, but at least you kept it moving. It was entertaining. And, when I looked up, I was like, oh, the hour's over. So, good job on this episode. All right, y'all. Later.